Shorty, how'd you get the sprinter running right?
Oh yeah, she's running good now.
What'd you have to do?
Oh, what did I do? I did a bunch of stuff. I had to do an injector seal. What were the other electrical gremlins? I don't even remember.
You had the
now.
brake light issue.
Yeah, I had all kinds of stuff with, like, I had stuff causing transmission into limps, so I did the socket that goes into the conductor plate through the transmission through the outside, so it's a socket that the connector for the transmission harness actually goes into. So I did that. Make sure when you do this, I didn't catch this, if you replace that socket, either put the van up on ramps in the front so it's leaning back, or drain some fluid first, because I had this son of a bitch hot and I went to pull it out and I didn't know it was going to leak, and I got an armful of hot transmission fluid, so it will come out that I was at a downward angle facing the front of the transmission, so that probably didn't help. Oof. But anyway, I did the socket, cleaned everything up, put the harness back in it, and I was still getting limp mode with the transmission. Turned out that the O-ring on the transmission harness connector was bad, so it was letting outside moisture wick in. So if you're doing that inside one, I'd say also get the O-ring for your transmission harness connector. Don't necessarily need to replace the connector, but at least do the O-ring. I had a brake wire for the third brake light up in the top where the latch goes in to latch the door. The wire kind of shakes around, it wiggles, and it can actually get over to that opening and get caught. That got pinched. So I had this weird situation where I kept popping fuses. It'd throw ABS, ESP, and traction, so I didn't have cruise control. It turns out it was just that, so look at that. Also, we know that the, what do you call them, the taillight, the bulb buckets, what do you call it? It's a plastic assembly with like metal leads on it that your bulbs actually go into, and the harness connects into that. That plugs into the back of your taillight. This van had been hitting the rear. That whole bucket assembly, that structure for the taillight, had got squished, so it was pushing on that thing, and that was short and blown. The same fuse that the third brake light did, but that was a different issue at a different time.
Oh man.
So yeah, you got to chase that stuff down. So pop them things off the back of your taillights, look at those, make sure there's nothing shorting, make sure you don't have the little metal places where the bulb presses down in place and twists and locks. Because this one had been squished, they put them down over these little plastic tabs and they melt them to keep it in place. Well, one of mine had like popped loose, and so that had been blowing fuses too. So just a bunch of quirky little stuff, but we worked through it. Did an oil change, changed out not quite half the transmission fluid, but almost. Replaced a bearing and a pulley for the rooftop AC, and that worked.
Oh, that's wild. The giant
factory
unit.
AC. Yeah, it just topped up the AC for the van.
Yeah.
Just had to do some general little piddly maintenance stuff that had been neglected, and then now we're on to body work. Push this in back here. I'm going to work that out a bit before doing final body work.
Yeah, a little bit down here. That's got to get
crushed up a bit.
Just the usual stuff.
Crusties.
So it's there. I mean, I can't put my finger through it.
I mean, eventually I'd like to just replace the doors if we're going to keep it around. But I mean, for the time being, we'll clean it up. We'll pour 15 it.
Yeah,
the rust.
This thing was like
really twisted.
Way twisted, and you can see where
it had buckled through here, because this whole section got pushed forward, so all this buckled out, and you can see, I mean, I'm gonna have to chop some metal out and weld some metal in. It's gonna take some mud just to kind of smooth things out a bit, but
yeah, get in there.
I mean, she's coming back into shape pretty decent, so I don't know, I think we'll be in good shape once the body work's done. Just
you've been like non-stop working on this.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
There's that rooftop. It's got the big old unit up there. Still works. Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah, buddy.
But everything, so just ignore everything below the windows. And it's in good shape. There's just some stuff. So he's really trying to just clean it up. Just any little spots that could potentially come up before it goes to paint or anything like that. Just really work it out. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's some paint. Oh, there goes some more paint. Yep.
It's on the move.
It's on the move. Oh, the 1K. Nice.
Put a couple tires on it.
Look at these seats though.
Brakes look good.
These are just great. And you got the rows. Man.
Yeah, there's three.
The headliner? Oh man, this is...
Yeah, it leaked a little bit, so I'm gonna deal with that.
Yeah, let's steam it out, seal it. It's great though. Look at this. One.
No, they're all broken.
They're all broken.
It's the one. There's only one good. Nope, there's not even a good one. That one's broke too.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna jump in the back, I think maybe. Nope. So we're gonna go over to Nick Brogren's house.
We're gonna turn on all the ACs.
Hit that AC, it's steamy. Look at that.
All the ACs.
Yeah, you got the rooftop. So we got 1 and 2.
Low and high.
We got time.
That's low.
You got the S bar.
That's high. Got the S bar heater. Got the boost heater. Got that heater. So this one is boost heat with the vehicle running. This one is boost heat for the rear, for the passengers. You can see there's a plastic runner down there. Runs front to back with fans in it for the passengers. And then this one will actually run the diesel heater with the fan off. And it'll run up to, what was it, 6 programs, an hour and 20 minutes per cycle, up to 3 cycles per program.
Keep it running.
So you can actually program this sucker to run like...
So you got snow mode 1, snow mode 2, snow mode, regular snow mode. And then you have, oh yeah, no.
Yeah, boost heat.
You got bacon.
Came with a bunch of Christmas trees.
Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, what's that flavor? True North.
Is it a hippie van?
Oh,
it might be a hippie van, dude.
Oh.
Hey, hurry up, run back inside and get the weed.
We're gonna roll over to Nick's. This thing is the quietest.
Dude, it is very quiet. Like if I
I'm not kidding you. It's dead quiet. You can't even really hear.
I'll turn the fans down. That's the AC compressor.
Oh, AC compressor is making a little noise.
It's probably not the right thing to do to go in there and spray your compressor clutch with lubricant. But I think when we get back over here, that's the first thing I'm going to do is just spray that sucker down because you can tell she's dry. She's not very happy.
That's pretty cool. It's got 2 AC compressors on it, one for the front, one for the rear. It's a really, really quiet rig. Like
it's really smooth.
I mean, it has insulation around everything. I think it's because it's a passenger model.
Well, yeah, that's a big part of why it's so quiet because it's got the foam, like, you know, adhesive to the inside of the door panels.
Yeah.
Body panels, door panels, and then it's also got the interior panels, which really cuts down on outside noise. But one thing I did notice, I've got a 3500 as well, but my 3500 is a 140. Ian's got the 158 3500, and he actually did put the bigger tire size on it too, which I think kind of helps the ride a bit. But I noticed between my 3500 and his 3500, I've got the original factory, what are they, the Vanagon tires, whatever. Those tiny, short, little low pro guys. Rides like a brick house. That thing is just, it's like, man, you better, I mean, bring a mouth guard unless you don't, I mean, unless you want to get rid of all your fillings. You go for a ride with me in that 140, 3500, that thing is violent. I think one of the main reasons why it feels so much rougher than Ian's, one, the tires. If I put that tire size on, once I burn these off, sure, it's gonna smooth up a lot. But the bigger thing is, same suspension, shorter wheelbase. So you don't have that amount of leverage to help spread the load when you're hitting stuff. And we're in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell, but we only drove a block right now.
Studio foam, blue stuff. Yeah, it's pothole season here in Minnesota. We got all of the potholes. I was pointing while we were driving. I was pointing Shorty. I'm like, he's talking, and I'm pointing out at all the potholes in front of us.
She's low and, you know, stiff suspension, and this stuff is brutal right now.
Yeah, but these big soft tires on this rig are nice. They're
225, 75, 16s.
And that's a factory size.
I wanted to put F-rated on it, but I kind of got hosed. So, but
yeah, they effed him at the shop.
We're gonna exercise the turning radius.
So yeah, I don't know if this has the same turn radius. Oh, it's pretty good. I don't think it's the same as the 35, but it sure is.
I think it sure feels like it.
The 35, man, that thing turns on its back.
It's not anywhere near as tight as my 140 3500. I'll tell you that. That son of a bitch, that short wheelbase. Holy crap!
Oh, look at this. It's just always, you can always just see the profile and go, yeah, right there.
FedEx.
FedEx.
Ready?
Oh. Yep. Well, yeah, you can still see the FedEx logo on the side. Nice.
Can you even hear that?
I don't know.
The horn's kind of
perfect. Hey, look, it's Nick. What's up, man?
How's it going, dude? Shorty.
Hanging out.
Hey.
So you ready to get this thing red or what?
Yeah.
Let's check it out, man.
Let's tap into the mainframe.
Let's check it out.
It's like super
Oh yeah, dude. Nice. Got the flip downs.
Yep.
Hey, we saw the sailboat. What's the story behind that?
It's out on Harriet right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah? You already dropped it off?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Sprinter guys know. It's like, hey, you'd be like, unlock the door, but if you know a Sprinter, you just like, does it unlock?
Usually that bed to the right is flipped down, so it's like a countertop workspace, and the left one just comes down when we're sleeping.
Sure. So you can put stuff in here.
Yep.
And use it functionally instead of having a separate garage.
Yeah, and then drop the other side,
and then I did the Sienna seat.
Oh,
hey, there you go.
Recycling Toyota. Oh, what?
Yep.
Comfy. Yeah.
Prime Design.
Prime Design?
Prime Design, yeah, I posted it on the Facebook group. My neighbor's a scrapper, and he had it. He's like, hey, I found these out by a dumpster somewhere. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Score.
Prime Design, dude. That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, I got it for
That's
like
pretty cool.
$20.
Nice.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then I just put a new backup camera on it, and it's like a wide angle thing, so
Yeah.
all I can see is like half the rain gutter.
Yeah.
So I gotta make a bracket to like. I replaced the condenser and the dryer, and I didn't do the expansion valve, which maybe I should have. And I had a place just up the road here recharge it.
Sure.
And the AC kind of sucks on it still. But driving down the road, I still want to be cool.
Oh, we got the codes.
He's like, not really.
How many we got?
A lot. Like 12. Lots of CAN bus. So
maybe,
I'd say clean and reseat fuse panel, right?
yeah, probably some of that.
And then clean connections on the ECU, clean connections on the TCM. Check the brake switch, make sure that's actually working right. Check, he said he's got a bulb out in the back, so it's like obviously check all your brake, right? Like check your third brake light wire, check all your connections and everything for your tail lamps, because that'll do that. But yeah.
So
Yeah, with the ECU, with the brake unit, with the TCM.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all serious stuff.
Fuel level sensor has a short to ground.
What?
Over voltage at 30.
Yeah, I replaced that whole thing because I was having an issue with turn signals.
Oh.
And on the back side, the flasher relay was like broken inside of this. It just corroded over the years.
Oh, sure.
And so I tried to hack it together a few times, and it kept breaking on me. So I was like, screw it. I spent the $150 and just did it.
All right, so I'm gonna clear everything.
Sweet.
Manual windows?
Try
Get
again.
out.
I don't have a remote door lock for this. It's got the actuators in it, but I didn't get the fob.
I have one and I'm holding on to it with my dear life.
Here we go. See if it's gonna throw a CAN bus, I bet. Yep. It could just be because of that bulb.
Well, it's not even the bulb. It's something in the assembly.
Socket or whatever.
We can take a peek at it.
Yeah, I've tried bending the contacts. It was the same kind of thing that was happening here, and eventually they just broke, and I was like, oh, I'll just get a new one. Don't like to spend $100 if I don't need to, but
Yeah.
I hear you.
I also
Yeah,
don't want
so
to get
that's-
pulled over for something stupid.
This
Well,
thing
you know what the
only
solution
closes
to
on.
it is, right? You buy another parts vehicle.
This is
Arm
why I
plow
want to,
chain.
like, part of me wants to get like a 70s Chevy van and just be like, I need 12 volts to the horn and the headlights.
Yeah, that's about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I had a short in here because my shit was crunched, and then I ended up with a short for the fucking wire for the third brake light up there.
Okay.
It wiggled over. They tend to shake around.
Uh-huh.
It'll wiggle over and it'll get up in here, and then your latch will pinch it and short it. So if you start popping fives out of nowhere, that's a good thing to check. All right, so we do have an issue here somehow.
That would be an issue.
What's that?
When it pushes down, it goes away. When
I
it's
think
up here, it's fine. So that's telling me what?
That it's got a
Oh,
broken.
you know what? It's this connection right in here, I bet.
Shut it off
Like
again?
that needs, yeah. I bet because that, see how the blade makes contact? And then you put downward pressure on it and it's gonna pull pressure off of that contact point. Or, you know, same thing with this one here. Some dielectric spray or something would be
Yeah, do
probably
you
good
have
for
like
this.
an electronic cleaner spray?
But it's all right. We're gonna get his taillights going here. See if we can clear that CAN bus issue. That'll take care of all kinds of problems if that's what's going on. Just as simple as cleaning some contacts sometimes. So see how this arm comes over here?
Yeah.
And then that's just kind of like a press fit. You know, I mean, they're just making contact, right?
Why
So it's
would
like
that not just be a direct
A solid contact, yeah, right. I know, I feel the same way.
electronics cleaner? Just shoot that everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I do.
absolutely.
Could go wrong.
That's how I roll, bro.
Let me know when you're ready.
And we're gonna put her back in. Okay.
Yay!
Hey, hit your brake. So you got brakes and tails, buddy.
Yeah, nice. Just fixing stuff. Like if somebody watched you do this in real time, they'd be like, "Wow, he just fixed that whole van
In like
in a couple minutes."
Once you figure out the common things, and it's like some of the shit can throw the same codes and it can be like 8 different things positive. But once you've dealt with it once and found it, it's like you learn where to go and what to look for, and it's like it's kind of tends to not be that bad. So your transmission control module passed, your stability program passed. We're just
I
looking.
just had the transmission rebuilt, so.
Did you?
Yeah,
Nice.
just
I think we got her,
awesome,
dude.
dude. Thank
Nice.
you.
So ESP, you'll just have to look at the wheel
So you
sensors.
shouldn't have any of that shit up now. Do you have cruise?
Yeah, small Phillips.
Yeah, I'm taking his cruise control. Pass, fitted, pass, fitted, pass. That's a flying colors right there, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, she's happy.
You went from like
That's a
12 codes?
none.
For cleaning off a little
But
frickin' thing on the
to be-
brake
Yep.
sensor and clearing it
To
from
be-
my battery.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, like he said, he had a, what was it, an alternator went?
The alternator stud, like, somebody
Okay.
didn't tighten it down, and so it was like, the fitting was arcing my
Arcing.
whole drive down to Texas.
Yeah, that'll
Ooh.
throw some codes.
And like, I was like, why are my lights so dim?
Yeah.
And then the only reason we caught it is because I was at an O'Reilly, and it was dark at that point, and I was walking by the wheel well or something. I was like, huh, and I like went underneath and looked, and it was glowing red from
Ooh.
it was arcing back and
Holy
forth.
crap, dude.
And I pulled it off, and the stud had just like cut itself off from arcing back and forth the whole
Oh, it
drive
was like,
down.
Holy crap.
jeez.
And it was like I would have
Plasma.
had to,
That's
I would have
pretty
had to
wild.
unsolder coils and a bunch of stuff to get to that
Well,
and replace the studs. I just got a whole
when-
new higher amp alternator.
When I'm on the
Yeah.
road down south and something breaks and I need to weld it, I'll call and see if you're on the road down south.
Yeah,
and we'll
right.
just pull yours over
Oh,
next to
just
mine and we'll just take
hook
your
up a
alternator
high-
lead off
high
and
tension
just
cable and-
weld some shit.
Dude, these rockers are sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go get my Sawzall.
Dude.
Oh no, those? I thought
Dude,
you
those
meant
are
rocker
tr-
panels.
that's
I'm like, I
trick.
need some rocker panels.
I don't know about trick, but they fit. They just squeezed right in there, and I had them.
Yeah, that's
Something I
hey,
did years ago. I've got a few more of them, so I
That's
figured
what you do.
he's hooked up right now.
Oh, you're setting the mood.
I'm gonna lube it. I got that aux AC compressor working for the first time today, and it's when it engages, she makes some noise. So I'm just gonna do the wrong thing, and we're gonna hit her with some of that goodness and see what happens.
Power lube. Well, if that doesn't work, you can put it in the bedroom.
And do what I did on mine.
So how was it having the mad scientist come over to your spot?
I mean, we cleared 30 codes in 3 minutes, so.
Yep.
Here it is.
There it is. Let's roll.
Time to go.
Perfect timing. Rain started going.
But based on the engine, how smooth it is, how much power it has, I'm saying it was pretty well maintained. Obviously, they didn't know how to drive for can't drive to save their lives. There wasn't a good body panel on this van. Every single body panel on it needs some love. But it's not all rotted out.
Well, and mechanically, there's something to be said about that. It's like, if the thing works, it works.
132,250 on it.
Goodness gracious.
So she's got a little life left in her.
Just a couple days.
Nice.
Well, hey, good job working on Nick's rig, man.
Yeah, man, we got her sorted out. No codes, man. He's free and clear.
Do we got beer?
Oh, cold snacks?
Cold snacks. Let's do that.
All right, guys.
Peace.